What it looks like Ripple has said for sure is that adding more than $600 trillion worth of real estate assets as tokens will add them to the XRP system. Since there are two parts to this, the price is likely to reach more than 11,789 per RP in just 4 days. In the world real estate market, this is a very big deal. Realized tokenization and the XRP system are worth almost $654.39 trillion when put together. They told everyone that they are building on the XRP ledger and that they have tried it. They also said that they had met and talked with the Ripple team about this over the past 2 years while reali was being built, what the XRP system can really do. Plus, they said the helpful talks taught them more about the XRP ledger. This showed how reali is using this powerful technology in fresh and original ways. In other words, they talked about the problem with the Ripple team and decided to develop. You should put real Fi on the XRP ledger instead of any other environment. That's why we're seeing the opening of about $339 trillion in the world's real estate market, which is happening very quickly. It will start at noon Eastern Standard Time on June 7, 2025. That's why after some study I came to the conclusion that the fact that many of the experts and researchers who think XRP will be worth $11,000 and or even $70 all lined up on June 7th, which is less than 4 days from now. That's why I came across this. This theme will come up more in the movie as we learn more about on the XRP ledger, real estate is being turned into tokens. This is a huge step forward for both the XRP ledger and XRP. We also want to let you know that we are working with Apple to give everyone who watches this video free XRP. Click here to get some free money that you can use to get more XRP. The link to sign up for an Uphold account is in the description. Please then finish a transaction. After you finish this, you'll have $100 free that you can use to buy XRP or any other coin. You will also be able to get this money out. You don't have to do it, but I really think you should because it's basically free money. When we talk about XRP, it's also important to remember that it's already beginning to pump. At the moment, it's worth 2.24, which is 2% more than it was yesterday during a market drop. To make the 6549 trillion possible, RealFi has publicly said that the launch of the Real token will happen on the XRP ledger on June 7, 2025 at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There is a reason for this to happen. This is what's going on in the RealFi environment. They also made the yesterday. It was officially confirmed that there would only be 100 million real tokens available in Phase 1 of the sale. There are plans to make it easy to tokenize $654 trillion in the global real estate market, and this will be the start of those plans. You can find out more by going to their website at payrealfi.com. This is the page for the XRP system has made a lot of progress with this. The project's goal is to create a single currency based on the XRP system that can be used for everything from rent to buying a house. Not only that, but this also shows that the codes will work everywhere. Both the real coin and XRP can be used as money and as a way to pay for real estate anywhere in the world. More than these two things, the real estate network will also have unified payments, tokenized real estate, and access from anywhere in the world. You can tell them apart if you scroll all the way down. Because of this, they have already teamed up with the XRP system, SolarGenic, XMagnetic, Ben Exchange, and a lot of other big places. The fact that the Ripple XDev team, the main Ripple Labs X page, and a lot of websites have put up the number $600 trillion that real estate is worth. The process is now happening on the blockchain, with Dubai title papers being turned into tokens. The blockchain is based on the XRP ledger. This is because they are confirming that RealFi, which talks about turning $600 trillion into tokens, is true. The fact that they brought it up is persistent. Other than that, Ripple and Real might be working together even though they haven't said so. In fact, RealFi hadn't said anything public about their partnership with Ripple at the time that this article was being written. This is pretty close, or to put it another way, things are very tight right now. LinkedIn, since the link is so strong, we might as well say that RealFi is connected to Ripple. Based on the interaction that is being shown, we can say that RealFi and Ripple are very closely linked. With all the talks and meetings that have taken place and the groups that have worked together, there are now plenty of. We clearly made our point, and most experts think that XRP's price will likely stay around $12,000 when its value reaches $654.39 trillion. But what really matters is what the price of XRP will be all of a sudden before it happens. There are different opinions on how much XRP will cost. Some say $50, while others say $49.88. This was proven by a professional in real time, so let me show you this movie. First though, I'd like to talk about the fact that more than 100 banks now accept XRP. Different ways to pay around the world. The XRP ledger also shows this. It is being driven by another project that is now very strong. It's now clear that the 100 banks are on the XRP system. The crypto trading fund, on the other hand, is the most well-known DeFi project. It uses it to bring in millions of new users through payment rewards. Because they were able to get Amazon and Walmart to work with them, they set up a method for payment rewards. One of the most well-known real estate firms in Dubai has now been successfully brought on board to the MAC platform. This is all going on right in front of our eyes, even though the market value of the cryptocurrency is only $20 billion. A CTF token costs 42 cents right now, which is the same as 0.042 XRP. It would almost hurt if it went up to $740. These are some of the lowest numbers, but there is a lot of hope for the year. Let's still watch the movie though. Most people don't know this about XRP. Some people think that XRP's market size would have to reach almost $2.5 trillion for it to hit the fifth level, which is $40. When they say this, they are making the biggest mistake, because XRP is now worth around 1 point. That's not even close to true. 4 trillion must have been put into the market for it to hit 2 trillion. 20 or 30 billion XRP would have to be put into the market very quickly for it to hit 2 trillion 30 billion. A lot of people are fraudation, though people are of our dollars, people are the motion ly. People who don't like XRP don't know the difference between market cap and inflow. Bitcoin is worth around 2 trillion USD right now, and it could go up to 4 trillion USD. But $2 trillion doesn't have to come into the market for that to happen. The process doesn't work this way. Please allow me to show you how thin liquidity works. Not having enough cash on hand right now hurts Bitcoin more than any other asset in the world. In a mature market, it takes a lot of money to change the price of a good or service. This is a lot more money than is needed in the stock market. There have only been cryptocurrencies for 15 years, so the market is still pretty new. In the market, is that like encryption? The market capitalization changes a lot because of the small amount of money that is coming in. To show you what I mean, I'm going to make up a story. Even though this isn't the exact way it works, this is about how it works. Not exactly this way, but this is how it works in a broad sense. You own a house in a neighborhood with 100 other houses, and each one is worth about $500,000. This means that the market value of the neighborhood as a whole is $50,000. It's inside that house that makes me think, man, I really want one of those. Yes, you can say, I'll buy your house if it's one of the ones I like. These houses are not for sale. No, I'm not selling, he says. Why should I give you $600? There's no sale. Why do you think I should buy this house from you right now for $1 million? The price is $700, not $700-800, and it's not for sale. He finally makes up his mind to sell the house and everything goes smoothly.